So I wanted to do my thought of the day on healthy relationships. And it was Valentine's Day last week, and I'm seeing my son getting his we got him these little gift bags to take to the students and his teachers and stuff. And it took me on a trip down memory lane. And I remember in second grade, I had a crush on some girl named Linda. She sat right next to me. But we were supposed to get married. Like, she didn't know it. But she would laugh at all my jokes. You guys can't believe it, I was class clown. She would laugh at all my jokes. And then one time I knew it was fate when I seen her at McDonald's. And I was eating a Happy Meal and she's eating a Big Mac combo. That was the last time I ever ate a Happy Meal again. I had to step up my game, right? Because she didn't know we were supposed to be together and it was supposed to be forever. So I shot my shot. I busted out the pen, put the little note. Hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? Yes or no? I gave it to her and she looked at me. Teacher! And she ran and she told on me. That broke my heart. And that was the beginning of over 3 decades of unhealthy relationships that I would come across. I became very I was always fighting in school. And I could never figure out until now. I used to hit girls a lot in elementary school. And I wasn't a bad kid. I was not a bad kid. I just wanted to be loved. Well, what the school didn't know is that every time they were suspending me, they didn't check my pulse, like what's going on at home. They didn't know that I was a heartbroken kid. And so I grew up and all my relationships were very unhealthy. One-sided relationships, abusive relationships, verbally abusive, physically abusive. See, I didn't even know how to love myself, and I didn't even know how to, but I knew that one thing, I was very self-centered and demanding and aggressive. And I didn't know where it came from, because the truth, the way I grew up, all my circle of friends, we were all the same way. I grew up in the gang culture. All my family, all my friends, all of us grew up to be from the same gang. And everyone was coming with their territory. Violence comes with the territory. So once I started doing meth, those unhealthy relationships 10 times. I mean, bro, I became very, very, very abusive, verbally controlling, and it wasn't until I walked through these doors, I knew that I had to change everything about myself. If I was gonna even begin to start a new life, I'd have to change everything, including the relationships and the way I valued women, the way I treated women. And I was in for a journey. At the time, I was in an unhealthy relationship, and one of the biggest things I did for myself was I had to separate myself. Because I remember I was here for a little bit less than a year, and my goal was to not call girls out of name, to not hit girls, women. And that relationship, I remember I got violent one day, and I told my mentor at the time, Javi, and I was like, bro, she made me hit her. And they're like, what do you mean she made you hit her, Holmes? You gave her that power, and you hit her. She did not make you. From that day on, I knew the ball was on my court. There's no one. I cannot point fingers at nobody. Any kind of violent acts, any kind of violence I would commit, no one can make me do it. I'm the one that does it. And I have to take ownership. So I began to work on myself, and I began to heal. And I met my partner that I have today, and we were best friends for years before we got together. And I share with her the stories how I used to be, the violence I used to do, all that stuff, the controlling woman, everything. And it's hard for her to believe, because today I have such an amazing relationship, and we don't argue. We talk. When we have disagreements, we sit down. We'll talk about our disagreements. And my son gets to see how men treat women and how relationships are meant to be. And the whole purpose of a relationship, no matter what is to hold each other and to help each other grow and to love each other. And sometimes we're in a relationship where it's not meant to be with that person, but we just don't want to let it go. And what we're doing is we're hurting ourselves and we're hurting our children that are watching. Thank you. Oh, by the way, Linda, I made it without you.